What's up guys, it's Birdman and welcome back to War Thunder. We're going to be getting into what is now level 6 planes, as I skipped level 5 as it was boring and they were the same planes again and again. So, level 6, we've got some stuff to do. Let's get the FW190 E3. This is the big boy, this is where it starts, and I think we're going to put him where I have had the MC202, simply because that crew is well equipped. Now, in terms of other level 6 planes, I could get these Italian bombers, but they're all a bit rubbish, and I'm not a huge bomber fan. But I was looking at these Dornier 217s, which in War Thunder are oddly depicted as heavy fighters, although I think strictly speaking they were bombers. Although maybe I'm thinking more of these sort of planes. Anyway, I think we should buy at least one of these, just to try it out, and I'm going to put it in instead of this silly Italian level 2. So now I've got a pretty wicked lineup, and we're going to get into some games. I'll see you on the battlefield. Okay guys, here we are in the FW190 E3, and this is pretty much it for this episode. I've mainly stayed in this plane in historical mode because it's just better for money and experience. But anyway, we've climbed up to the nice high altitude as you do in historical, flying over, looking for a target, and there's a P-47, perfect. So I let him pass underneath me, roll over and dive down, pick up some nice speed in the dive, and I don't think he spots me because he doesn't do anything to avoid me. So I sneak up behind him, and before he knows it, I open up, and that's the end of his flight. So quite a nice demonstration of boom and zoom there, something I've had to sort of learn with the Germans because they're not the best turn fighters as you get higher up in the tech tree or plane tree. But it works. And now I was flying back towards the battle, and Tetsuo, one of the AIs, decided to come straight at me in a Nimrod. Not the brightest idea from him, so I just wait till he's in range and open up. I think I damaged a wing or something. Anyway, he's not flying very well, and he actually stays after me and tries to attack me with his damaged wings, which is sort of slightly annoying. And then a Spitfire turns up and joins the fight, so I'm now worried about this Spitfire here, and you can't see Tetsuo, but he crashes just there. So now I've just got a Spitfire to worry about. I make the mistake of losing speed and trying to turn and panic and resort to just flying away in the hope that he's slower than me, which he's not, and I realise this. Thankfully, my teammates are on point and come up behind him and give him a bit of a scare. There you go. And so he starts a turn fight with them, and I loop back round, and as he goes up, he runs out of energy, stalls in the vertical, and I make short work of his plane and put a 20mm cannon shell through his cockpit, killing his pilot. And that was another kill. So 3 kills if we count Tetsuo, doing quite well for a historical battle. I'm quite pleased. And now I looked at the scores and I realised the only players on their team left alive are the AIs. And having played British before, I know their very sneaky tactic of just waiting on the airbase because their AI are broken. So I fly over to the airbase, trying to keep nice and high, so that the AAA don't just get a random shot at me while I'm flying up here. But I realise they're not going to take off. They're bugged British AI, so I'm going to have to dive down and sort them out. So I throw the plane into a nice steep dive. Probably not steep enough at this point because, as you can see, aiming directly at them, I'm going to get very little firing time. So I bring the nose down even steeper. Throttle's fully back, flaps are in combat to keep me nice and slow. And I open up, throwing everything I can at Shinya, get a few hits, and that's it really. There's an ME410 behind me who you don't actually see, but he kills one of the... I think he kills Shinya and leaves Ryan, but then gets shot down by AAA. So I loop back round for Ryan, all the time trying to keep low and fast to avoid the AAA, but really it's just luck. There's Ryan just chilling out, not taking off, so I use my 7.7mm. At this point that's all I have because my cannons run out of ammo, and I kill him. And now I see Luke at the other end of the runway, and here comes the daring runway run, as low as I can, speeding along. Don't want to break the propeller, but don't want to go any higher in case the AAA gets me, and they should really get me at this height. As you can see, I take a bit of damage. There he is, for some reason taxiing, not taking off, I don't know. Get a few hits, but not much luck. I didn't expect it to be moving, so I continue to run away. Try and duck down behind the hill before I loop up and round, and this time he's still moving, so it's quite a difficult target, but I put plenty of 7.7mm into him, get a critical hit, and then an aircraft destroyed. I don't know what he did, but that was the end of his aircraft, and I run away as on my plane is taking more and more damage towards the ocean, away from the AAA. And pretty soon it should say dodge the trees, take some of those tiles off the roofs, here we go, duck between these houses, and hostile team has lost all its aircraft. So that was the end of the game. Very successful for me. 5 kills, 50,000 in lines, 14,000 XP. Obviously the AI kills don't give you XP for all intents and purposes. They give you very, very small amounts, so they don't really show up on the score screen XP wise, but you can see in the cache I got quite a lot of awards and stuff, and can now upgrade my BF109 a bit, so I upgrade my BF109. And yeah, that was that historic battle. Now, this is much later on in the level, much after I played quite a few arcade battles that were fine, but not really worth showing you guys. I mean, in terms of the kill-death ratios, there was a lot of dying for the killing, and actually you don't make a lot of money in arcade now doing that, so I switched back to historicals. And here we are fighting the Russians. So I've climbed up, spotted an LA5, and I'm diving down on him, fight the P-47, light him up, get a critical hit, wings damaged, and he dives, or turns and dives, I think, at this point, just running for home. I'm pretty focused in on him, diving after him. I know I've got the speed advantage, throw some shots to the wind, no luck of hitting him. Now notice there was another LE5 just going off to the left there. He'll make a reappearance later, but for now I'm just throwing cannon shells away, trying to hit this LA5 as he twists and turns in the dive. I overshoot because I'm going too quickly, so I throttle back up and loop round. Where's he gone? In the cloud somewhere. Don't know where he is. There he is. Oh, no, I've lost him again. So I'm diving through the cloud trying to find him when suddenly I notice, oh yeah, there he is. The LA5 that I didn't spot before is now directly on my tail, and apart from the cloud, he could shoot me out the sky. So I quickly dive down and away. Once again, doesn't work. He's faster than me, so I don't know, but I assumed at this point that a BF190 D-12 could outturn an LA5. But I was doing more vertical turns, so they weren't that horizontal, as you can see there. I was sort of trying to loop round. And I think that's the point where I realise I can outturn him, because we've been turning round and round, and I've gone from him behind me to a head-on. Keep turning round and round and round, until eventually I end up behind him. And now it's just a case of getting my nose in front of him so I can lose a few shots, which I do there, and my aim is not brilliant, I'll admit. At that point, the previous LA5 hits the deck. I don't know if he was trying to land or just couldn't fly with his wing in the way it was, or maybe someone else got him but I'd done more damage. Anyway, so I'm blasting away at this guy, my cannons run out, so I just open up with the 7.7s because I've got a huge amount of ammo. Critical hit to the tail, I'm not satisfied, but boom, there we go. Kill confirmed, I guess, and that's a double strike, and that was pretty much it. I got an assist in that game, but it wasn't worth showing. So yeah, that was a nice historical battle there, with some good combat. 21,000, 2 kills, that's quite good. This was my last game after a huge number of frustrating assists. I just decided to kamikaze these Wellington to end the game, although it was already killed at that point. So I threw my plane to the ground in frustration, but actually, for all the hits I got, despite not getting any aircraft destroyed, I did get quite a lot of money, so the repair costs were covered. Now, rank 7, we've done it. So, there we are, rank 7, and quite a successful rank 6. I'm getting much more into the historical battles, as they generally just, and you end up with more money and more experience, albeit a slightly longer game and a bit more editing, but you guys don't have to worry about that. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video, hopefully quite soon.